just like the Choctaw, our relatives over here, we too suffered the same fate. Like we said, the Cherokee at one time covered parts of 8 southern states. And during the removal policies of 1830s, then of course all of the southeastern native people were collected and taken to the west and into Oklahoma. The Eastern Band, and we make our, like I said, we are derived of people who resisted and who hid from this removal. We hid back up in the mountains, and at one time the Eastern Band, we only numbered 1,000 people. And they back up in the mountains. Just a round of applause. How many has been to North Carolina, up to the mountains up there? Okay, good. That's what we call home. And in those caves, in those coves and stuff, way back in the mountains, then that's what the Eastern Band did. They had to go back and they hid in those coves until it was finally okay for us to come back out. But what that did was that really allowed us to keep our culture, our language, and all of these different nations that you see out here. Whenever I'm working with the students and I'm working with people, I always tell them, let's forget that word Indian. Let's take that word. I'll explain just a little bit more and more as we go along. The first thing that everybody asks me all the time is about the Cherokee language. And I love sharing it because it was one of the first languages that I learned as a child. I was raised by my grandparents and I was taught these things. The little Choctaw girl just came over a while ago and she said, she-o. That's the way that the Cherokee say hello is she-o. Let me hear you say that. I don't want to hear how, no more today, okay? That does it, no more today. If we want to say, like, how are you? He all detsu. I am fine. He all degwa. How do you live? We live in Cherokee, North Carolina. When are you going back? Probably tomorrow. And if we count, it sounds like Shagwa, Tadzon, Nuk, His Shudo, Gathquats, and now Shkahin. And of all of the things that whenever it was, I love about most native language, especially Cherokee, is there's one thing that we absolutely cannot do in Cherokee, and that is curse. There is no profanity in the Cherokee language. My father, the Reverend Robert Bushyhead, he's the one who was instrumental in keeping our language and getting it started back so we could teach our young people. And he and I was at the North Carolina Center for the Advancement of Teaching and had a whole congregation of teachers. And my father made that statement. He said, we cannot curse in our language. This teacher raised her hand. She was amazed. She said, excuse me, Reverend. Said, but did I understand you to say that you can't curse in your language? My father said, that's correct. And she said, so what do you do when you get mad? My father said, we use your language for that. I'm gonna bring my dancers out one at a time and let you meet them. Like I said, we're all members of the Eastern Band, and the fact that the Eastern Band is even there is an incredible feat. And the fact that we still have our language, we still have our cultures, we still have our elders who we respect, and all of these things, and whenever these young people come out and dance with us, that really makes me feel good because that means that those beliefs are still being perpetuated and passed on as our young people begin to grow up and begin to understand these things. The song that I'm going to sing for my first dancer, it says, Shki stay la, Agidutu, Shki stay la, Shki stay li go. That means help me. Shki stay la, help me. Agidutu, my grandfather. And we related to the Creator as our grandfather because in our lives, that's who educated our young people, and they were the most loving, caring, giving people that you could ever meet. And that's what we call him. Ski stay la, help me, my grandfather. Agidutu, come here, grandfather. It's really hot in El Skishin, and you and I will dance together. We're asking the Creator to come down and join us right here as we come out and present ourselves to Him. Right now, the first dancer I'd like to introduce to you, and I will tell you that this guy is, boy, he's going to be a champion dancer. His name is John Jumper. John, would you come out there, please? Out in front, please. Well, I tell you what, now sometimes he dances and sometimes he doesn't. It all depends on him. Boy. Would you come out, please? There you go. There you go. How about that? Well, I tell you what, I got to be good to these guys. They're union people. I want to explain to you what he's wearing first. And all the way down to see his leggings, the things that are around his ankles. A long time ago, whenever we had dancers out there and people would gather like this to watch the dancers, they would come and their favorite dancers, they would take gifts and place them at that dancer's feet to show that they appreciated the dances. Nowadays, what we do is we offer an incentive, we offer prize money. And they come out and it gives them a chance to express themselves, to show how good they can dance. And they dress like this so that the judges can pick them out. On his feet, this is Angorian goat skin. And if you ever notice a goat, it can run and jump on ice and rocks and never lose its foot. Well, that's what this is for. This is to borrow that, because we're all brothers and sisters. And as brothers and sisters, we can borrow those things from them, and we're borrowing the sure-footedness of the Angorian goat. That's why the goat skin is, so he won't trip and be sure-footed. If you look at his bustles, the bustles we represent the flight of the bird. It represents the greatness, and usually when they wear eagle feathers, that's what it is. You're asking the eagle to come and share that with you. This headpiece right there is made out. It's called a roach. It's made out of porcupine guard hair and dyed deer tail. On his top, on that one feather on top, that signifies that he is growing up and will soon become a warrior. And you'll notice that the other dancers, when they come out, will wear 2 eagle feathers, which signifies that indeed they were. And I was just looking at John's right here, and hold your wands out for me, please. There you go, see? And that right there represents the time and the breath, you know, the breeze, and because that's the gift of the Creator, is the breath as He breathes on us right here. And I noticed something out. Boy, he's a modern Cherokee right there, even down to his shoes right there. Boy, those are honest to goodness Eastern band flip-flops. Right now though, we're going to bring him on, and he's going to show you his style of fancy dance. Like I said, he is all of 4 years old. So boy, you're going to really have to give him lots of applause, or he might stay mad at me all day. Okay, here we go. How about it, John? Ski stay log, do ski stay log, ski stay legal. Ego, woo! Ski stay log, do ski stay log, ski stay legal. Ego, woo! Canaan, do it to the high in the ski she. Hey, how about that? All right, thank you. Well, I'll tell you what, I used to dance like that. So this is the way that I was told, is that a long time ago, a little girl like Angelina's father went off to battle and didn't come home. And the little girl became very sad and withdrawn. Like a caterpillar in a cocoon, she withdrew within herself. The elders of the nation got together and they prayed for her. And she was shown this dance. And you'll notice that when she comes out, She'll start off like she is now, inside of that cocoon, but later she'll open her arms and you'll see the flight of the butterfly. Open your arms out, butterfly. There you go. And in her dance, that's what she will be showing you. The other story that I heard was a long time ago, the young men would get together and do these competition dances, and the little girls were excluded because at that time it wasn't considered proper for a little girl to come out and jump around like that. And so the little girls began to dress like little boys. And they'd enter these contests and they began to win, which made the little boys mad. And the little boys said, if you're going to do that, then get your own category. That's what it's called, is the fancy shawl. A song I'm going to sing for her is say, Ayang, again, me, I am Cherokee. I am of the real people. Kadushi, Adigwenasha, the mountains are my home. Ayang, I am Cherokee. I am of the real people. How about this little Angeline? Let's bring her on with a nice round of applause. Hey, how about that? Very good. Very good, Angelina. Did your daddy show you how to do that? Right now, I'd like to bring out a really good friend of mine who he and I have been working together since we were just small and grew up together. His name is Ocmulgee Native, and he's going to come out and he's going to show you a fast dance, boy. Boy, he come by and tried to bribe me to give him a slow one. Boy, I'm going to give him a fast one. But you'll notice too that, like I was talking about the bustles, and you're talking about the wands and Gorian goat skin, and you'll notice his hairpiece, the roach he's wearing on his head, he has 2 feathers, and that signifies that indeed he is a warrior, that he is a provider for his family. And like I said, now we've been performing, and he's been in these powwows. He's danced all over the eastern United States, and he's a great performer. And he's going to show you his style of one fast competition dance. Ocmulgee Tramper. Boy, I think he drank too much hot chocolate last night. We got upset stomach today. Right now, though, I'd like to bring out Austin. Where are you, Austin? Austin is going to come out, and he is going to tell you a story. This is the northern traditional style, and in his dance, what he does is he tells you a story. And whenever they came back in our days past, when they come back, they would call all the villagers together like this, and they would gather around us. And then he would tell you he might have been on a hunt, he might have been on a battle journey that he has gone, and that's what he does. He comes and tells you that story. Like I said, now if you look at his bustle that he's wearing on his back, this is eagle feathers. And you have to be a federally enrolled member to be allowed to wear these kind of feathers, the eagle feathers. And it is a great honor to wear these. It's like in your army today, whenever you do something good, then they give you a medal or something to show your accomplishments. Within the Native people, they gave eagle feathers, and you had to earn the right to wear these. Like I said, right now he is going to tell us a story, and follow his story as he goes along, because this is the way that we showed our young people and the people who were left behind what happened when they was on their journey. This is Untitled Chapter and the Northern Tradition Dance. Hey, how about that? Boy. Right now, we'd like to present to you one of the most unique dances that we have, and this being the hoop dance. And we're going to bring Ocmulgee Trapper to bring his hoops out and present this dance to you. You know, if you look at Native life, everything that we did was in a circle. That was the way we viewed it. We viewed the whole earth. And if you look right where we are right here, and you look at the horizon around us, it's in a circle. If you look at the tree trunks, they're in circle. And whenever, the birds build their homes, it's in a circle. And if you look at the mounds out here, the temple mound just right out here, it's in a circle. And I was told that the wind, when it's at its strongest, is in a circle. That was the way we viewed the life that we saw. We saw it as a circle because we're all combined in this and we're all together. When Ocmulgee brings his hoops out, that's what he's going to do. He's going to lay them on the ground. He's going to pick them up with his feet and make different design and formation. Now you'll notice he'll start out simple, the way a man's life starts out simple and gets more complicated as he goes along. And he's going to pick these hoops up, he's going to dance through them, and he's going to show you different design. That he'll show you the eagle, he'll show you the stairway to heaven. All of these designs he's going to show, because that's part of our life as Native people, as Cherokee. Another thing that I want to tell you about this dance, there's a lot of time and patience and effort that goes into doing this. And Ocmulgee, I tell you what, I've worked with him enough to know that he loves that applause out there. So the more applause that you give him, boy, if you don't applaud for him, he might just quit, boy. Is that all? Okay. Like I said, as he makes his different design and formation, let him know with a nice round of applause, and the more applause you give him, the more and more design he's going to make. There's a lot of time, a lot of patience, and a lot of effort that goes into learning this, and it is called a hoop dance. How about Waguli? All right. Boy, I'll tell you what, do not try that at home. I'll tell you what, I'm going to need some help from the audience, and I see an awful lot of people out there who I know just want to come up here and dance with us. So I'm going to ask, let me see, when's your birthday? Okay, all people who were born in the month of January, I need your help, please. All people in the month, boy, I'll tell you what now, I know there's more people out there than this that was born in January. Well, I'll tell you what, if we was in your area and you asked us to dance, but we'd jump out there and do the boot scoot boogie with you. All people who were born in January, please, Cana, come here. There we go. Now we're starting to get some people out there. I'll tell you what, now if you were born in January and you don't come out here and dance with us, we're going to fine you $5. Well, and it's payable to me. Okay, yeah, okay, we're getting some more people out there. All people who were born in the month of January, I need you out here, please. And I need for all of you to join hands and form one big circle. John and Angelina, help them form a circle, please. Except Wagyu. Yes, Wagyu, you have to come out here too. Even though you was born in February, you still have to come out here. Okay, now everybody join hands, and I want you to form a big circle. And there's a reason why I want you to form this circle right here, is I want you to look around. In this circle, we're all in this circle together. There's none above, none below. We're all part of this. Now this has been called two different names. The first one was called the Six Nations dance. And the Six Nations a long time ago in our traditional past had a great battle. And whenever at the end, because there was no winners and they were tired of fighting, then all of the Six Nations came together and they joined hands like this. And they danced as brothers and sisters. The other part that Waguli is going to lead you in this dance. Waguli, in case I don't remember you, raise your hand, please. No, not that Waguli, the other Waguli. Okay, and you are going to do what he does. Just follow steps. And what he's going to do also, he's going to coil you like a snake. Now, when I say snake, people go, "Oh, yuck, a snake." But you know, a snake has a really very interesting characteristic, and that's that every year it can take its old body off and leave it aside and start all over again. In the Six Nations dance, you'll notice that as he takes you into the center, that's what you do. You take the whole year off, the old year off, place it out there in the center of so the Creator can come down and take that. So here we go. This is called, and everybody, let's give our volunteers out here a nice round of applause. And shame on you was born in January not coming out here and dancing with us. Boy, next time I won't boot scoot boogie either. Boy. Here we go.
over right here. How about that? Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our part of our performance. We'll be back later on this afternoon. And like I said, from the Eastern Band of the Cherokee Nation, you know, and another thing in our language is that we don't have a word for goodbye. We can't say goodbye to each other. When we leave, we say, "Dada daga ha you," which means we shall all see each other again. So from the Eastern Band, thank you very much. Enjoy your stay here and have a nice day.
Share with you some of the contest style dances, some of the powwow style. We're going to show you the men's northern traditional and the men's fancy dance. We'll also be sharing with you songs, some different types of songs, and we hope you guys enjoy our show. And what we're going to do is bring them out all together, then afterwards we're going to bring them out individually, let you see their own individual styles of dance. And these boys, all three of these boys right here are pretty famous. You might have seen their pictures in magazines, in calendars and stuff like that. You might even seen one of their pictures on the back of a milk carton and down at the post office. But welcome our dancers out with a big round of applause as they give to you Intertribal by the group.
You got it milk. You got milk on his leg and all that.
Yeah, it'll dry that.
Right here are more of our social styles of dance, our competition style dancing. And we're lucky we have these three gentlemen here dancing for us. These guys right here are really world renowned. They're really well known around Indian country. And we're gonna bring them out and show you their own individual styles at this time. So the first one we'd like to bring out is Melvin Wachacha. He comes to us from the Snowbird portion of North Carolina. He is Eastern Band Cherokee. And How many of you guys ever seen the movie Last of the Mohicans with Daniel Day-Lewis? You guys have seen this movie, all right. Now this gentleman right here, he was in a lot of shots with Wes Studi. He was in that movie all through there. How many of you guys seen the movie Follow the River? He was in that movie. Not only did he follow the river, he fell in it a couple times. But now, how many of you guys ever seen that movie Dances with Wolves, Kevin Costner? Well, he wasn't in that one, but that was a pretty good movie. Well, Melvin, he's a pretty good guy here. He's one of my good buddies. And he's going to share with you the men's style of Northern traditional dance. Now, this style of dance is a storytelling dance and a warrior's dance. And if you watch him while he's dancing, you'll never see him turn a complete circle. You'll never see him spin around like the fancy dancers do, because that's a sign of being lost. And he will never dance backwards, because that's a sign of cowardness. He always charges forward, meets his enemies, and meets his challenges head to head. So ladies and gentlemen, please give Mr. Melvin Wachacha a big round of applause as he gets to do his rendition of the Northern traditional dance. That was pretty good. Boy, every time he dances, he just keeps getting gooder and gooder all the time. Now, this time we're going to bring out our men's fancy dancer. This is Mr. Robin Jumper. He also comes from the Snowbird section of North Carolina. And like I said, he's going to be performing the men's fancy feather dance. Now, this dance, the story I was told about this dance was a guy by the name of Gus McDonald, Ponca from Ponca City, Oklahoma, got credit for starting this dance. And this gentleman traveled around and went to Las Vegas and saw those Vegas showgirls with those beautiful plumes that they were wearing. And he took those different colors and he added them to his outfit. And he went into the dance circle, to the powwow arena, and started challenging other dancers. I can dance faster than you. I can dance better than you. And he started dancing fast and real fancy, spinning, kicking, doing flips and stuff like that. And as it first started, they nicknamed it the Crazy Dance. But as it caught on in popularity, dancers started making fancier and flashier outfits and using fancier moves. So it quickly became known as the men's fancy dance. So ladies and gentlemen, please give Mr. Robin Jumper a big round of applause as he gives to you his version of the men's fancy dance.
Oh, style,
job, Robin. You guys want to see that again? You guys want to see that again? Well, come back this evening. We're going to be doing another show. But we got to bring out our next dancer this time. His name's Mr. Bullet Standing Deer. He comes to you from Cherokee, North Carolina, the Blue Wing section of Cherokee, North Carolina. This is our most famous Indian from Cherokee. So he went high tech. He went and got him one of them Dell computers, and he went and made himself a website. And you can visit his website at www.nakedindian.com. His screen name is Chief Big Bundle. Come on out, Chief. I'm just playing, brother. That's one of my real good friends. We've known each other for quite a while. And this young man right here, he's been dancing for about a little over 35 years, and he's only 22. But ladies and gentlemen, as you look at his outfit, it's a little different from the other northern style traditional dancer. He's got his pucker toe moccasins on, and these come from the Cherokee people and the southeastern woodland people. We wore moccasins like this when the settlers came over. And what he's got on his ankles are called Angora goat hide. Now, I've heard two stories about why we wear these things on our ankles like that. One is to pay homage to the horse, because that horse has carried the native people around ever since the Europeans brought them over. And the other story that I was told was that they wear them around their ankles to ask the mountain goats for their sure-footedness, so they can always step with good balance and stuff like that. And he wears his anklets there, the bells on top of his anklets there. Those are to keep in time with the drum. Because when the drum stops, the drum beat stops, the dancer's supposed to stop. And see, that's how they compete against each other, is they dance and they show out their best moves. But if you stop before the drum stops, or you stop after the drum stops, everybody knows, because the bells, you can hear the bells. And also, ladies and gentlemen, he has a breechcloth, and on the side of his breechcloth is his pipe bag. That's what he would carry his stuff he would need, like his flint and his maybe his fire starting equipment. I mean, he'd carry his tools in there. And he also has nowadays it's his wallet. It's his modern pocketbook. And on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, he has his breastplate. Now that breastplate right there, it's made out of bone. Now this was the first ever version of a bulletproof vest here in this continent. And see, some warriors even wore chokers made out of the same material. And these things were used in battle, the breastplate and the choker, is when the enemy shot an arrow or tried to hit you with their club. And if that hit that bone on that breastplate, that bone took most of the shock and you wouldn't get cut. And maybe the arrow would deflect away. And the choker was to prevent your enemy coming up behind you and cutting you from ear to ear. And ladies and gentlemen, in his hand, he's got a coup stick. Now see, the warriors of the plains, some of them believed that it was more honorable to touch your enemy rather than to kill him. And that's what they call counting coup. And the reason why they done this is because if you killed your enemy, who would take care of his children? Who would take care of his family? And so they considered that more honorable to say, I could have killed you, but I didn't. I'll let you go home and be with your family. And that's a big sign of bravery. And he also has a shield on his other arm, and that's to deflect the war clubs or the arrows from the enemies as well. And on the back there, he's wearing what's called a horse bustle. It's kind of smaller than some of the other traditional dancers, because some of the traditional dancers today, they get these big, huge bustles. But those bustles would not have been practical back in the day. They would have gotten in the way. You couldn't ride your horse. You couldn't go through the woods wearing those big bustles. So this one right here, the smaller one, is more of an accurate demonstration of what would have been worn a long time ago. And on his head, he has on what's known as a dancer's roach or a pasha. And the warriors wore these headdresses a long time ago. And inside his pasha or his roach, he has his honor feathers. And that he earned those feathers by doing a great deed for his people. And that's why he carries so many feathers, is because he's a real good guy. So give him a big round of applause as he gives to you his style of the men's northern traditional dance. I used to dance like these boys a long time ago, ladies and gentlemen. I used to dance in particularly like Robin Jumper used to be a men's fancy dancer. Boy, I was the fastest too. I do all them flips and spins and high kicks. But I had to retire because the last time I competed, boy, that drum, it stopped. My feet stopped, but my belly just kept on going. Got disqualified. So we're gonna bring our dancers out for our final number. We're gonna share with you one more intertribal. So ladies and gentlemen, if you liked what they showed you here today, please feel free to give them a big round of applause as they come out and share with you the last intertribal for this portion of our show. And if I'm not mistaken, we will be back this afternoon to do another show. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Intertribal by the group. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You've been a wonderful audience, and we'll see you again in just a little while, sometime this afternoon. But stick around because we got a lot more to see, a lot more other performing groups coming up. But we thank you for your attention, and we'll see y'all later.
Hey, there's somebody right there.
I'll take it. We go to milk bottle. We have plenty of change. Where's the whole thing? Look, here comes Joe.
Joanne.
Right here. Come this way.
Joe! Everybody agrees
Come
here.
this way. You're getting in front of the man's friend.
River. And about 1,000 years ago, a Native American culture migrated from along the Mississippi River and settled here. These people we called the Mississippians, and they were the ones who built the majestic mounds and the earth lodge that you go inside of. So I encourage you to walk some of the trails today, go inside the earth lodge, walk over to the funeral mound or the Great Temple Mound, and just think about how life has continued here, this sacred place, for thousands of years. And it's always just a wonderful weekend during the Indian celebration for us to come and to celebrate this history and this heritage. Among the southeastern groups of Native Americans are the Seminole. And I'll turn the microphone over to Mr. Bobby Henry, and he can tell you a little bit about the members of his family who are here, as well as tell us a little bit about the Seminole Nation. Please welcome Mr. Bobby Henry.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, now then we're going to crow dance. We're going to start the second one, the crow dance. Hoingala, 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 hey, Gandhi! Hey, Kane, hey, Kane, hey, Kane, yo, yo, ha, hey, yo, yo, ha, yo, yo, ha, hey, yo, yo, ha, hey, oh, Ingala, oh, Ingala, oh, Ingala, oh, Ingala, oh, Ingala, oh, Ingala, Hoingala, 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 hey Kane, hey Kane, hey Kane, hey Kane,